time, so that's why it takes me a second. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Just give me 1 second to adjust the window again. All right. I think we're good. You should also be able to see the game, and the captions on the bottom of the screen, of course, because accessibility is super cool as always. Then we'll go from there. Welcome in, Zeno. But no, I didn't sneak it in this time. I didn't do that. I did post it in the Discord. And I didn't drop it in the chat. So you can catch me for that, and I will go to the, FC timeout. And for those of you who are new here, I play Final Fantasy 14, and I'm an FC officer, or a free company officer, which is the guilds in the game. And we have a timeout because we be doing stuff. We're wholesome people, for the most part. But I do stuff that gets me in trouble all the time. So you technically can't throw me in a timeout, Zeno, for that reason. Okay, wholesome, mainly by me. Sometimes. For the most part. I plead the fifth. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Is it not gonna? Maybe? Okay. Sorry. Sometimes when like I said, when I switch from controller to the keyboard, my... Listen. We try to be wholesome. Shit happens. We all grown. I ain't do it, though. It's not my fault. Like, for real. Alright, so the last time we were here, our main protagonist here was making tea for folks. We still don't know where the hell we're at. We're not sure if we are actually in, like, reality, or if we might be somewhere else. And what I mean by that is because there were certain NPCs that have disappeared. And we're still trying to technically do what we need to do to find our master to go do our training. So my conjecture is that this is not real, but don't quote me. We're going to find out very soon. Okay, I don't remember if I made this the last time as we're catching up in this game. Well, we're going to find out anyway. Okay, I think I need to clean this out, though, from last time. Also, once again, shout out to the developers for giving me a free copy of this game. Technically, I got a code for it, and I actually really enjoy it. I think what I'll do is probably, depending on how it goes, I'll probably get it on PlayStation as well. Because I think, for me, a lot of games, I think I'm in a mood right now to play a lot of things. Well, I'm always into turn-based RPGs and things like that too, but I really like the fact that I found games that touch on like mental health topics are a little bit unexpected in those categories, mainly because that's one of the things I've been thinking through a lot with the way the world is. And I've been thinking about this when it comes to, I found the post. Exactly. Ain't do nothing wrong, for the most part. I'm gonna do something weird though. Oh, my pockets are full from the last time I played. Oops. I'm just gonna drop that. Don't look at me. I will clip these things though. Wrong button. Stash this. I need to just use the clippers. You're gonna bag me in this game too, Zeno? Wow. You know, you're kind of right though. I do need to get rid of the stuff in my bag. I forgot when the last time I played, like, what I had left up in here. What did I have? Okay, I have seeds, but what's in the other bag that's, like, tripping me up right now? Oh, I just have fruit. You're fine. You're right. I should clear out my bags. If you see me randomly do shit where I, like, run around and completely mess up, like, doing stuff, don't be surprised. I do that a lot in this game where I open the map, like, 50 times. So I'm still trying to relearn the controls everywhere. Just want to clean up a little bit too. Yes, you do have to get your jabs, and I appreciate you, friend. Don't worry about it. I understand. Like, I have to automate things to where I can let folks go when I'm live, because I feel like people tell me that they miss me, and I don't get upset at all, but I feel like sometimes it's just by accident. So I try to be better about it, but I still feel like I'm clumsy. That's why I post a schedule. But for those of you who watch on YouTube, I'll say this for the bot particularly. I do need to do better about that to post my schedule on there so folks can actually see what the hell's going on. So I sometimes feel bad. Well, not that I just feel bad sometimes. I try to post in all areas when I post my schedule usually earlier in the weeks. But yeah, I'm so clumsy about it, y'all. That's why I said I'm a baby streamer until about year 3 or 4. I'm still baby still. Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. Because I think right now it pings folks in the Discord about my YouTube videos when they're up, but it doesn't do well with Twitch. Or at least I don't think I've got the Twitch went up, so it's kind of strange. I just need to fix it. That's what I mean, where I'm just not Discord literate right now. Yes, okay, goodbye. But going on my spiel about mental health, I think that's something I've been thinking through, particularly the state of the world, because I think there's gonna be... Like, y'all know I talk about civil and human rights a lot. So I think one of the things that's really something that's come to mind that I'd also post about a lot is like disability justice and healing justice. And it's something that still sits with me a lot, speaking for myself and everybody else, because I think with sometimes the way the world is, people can not be able to deal with their emotions, and there is actual trauma and pain behind what people go through. And I think sometimes when we're trying to make the world a better place, we forget that, where people are actually having to deal with the PTSD and the trauma they've been through. And so it's something I've been really sitting on as things shift, because social change can be very volatile. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. So I wonder sometimes like where those spaces are to have that dialogue, but also really to be on top of it. As somebody who studies neuroscience psychology, but in terms of those things, doing it in a way that's being mindful of all these systems that are encroaching on people's livelihoods and lives in a way that's not problematic, if that makes sense. I feel like it's a tapestry of thought connected to some of the things I've done in the past. I think along with my creative space, it's me thinking through these things kind of anew with everything that's happening. Because as I will tell you as a social scientist, like history kind of repeats itself. Time is cyclical. Humans do really crappy things. I need the broom. Jesus. But I don't think people are capable of really making great effective change and putting in new systems that actually are better systemically for people and communities and people they belong to, as long as they know information and can work across aisles and coalitions and stuff. Not dismissing people where they come from in terms of their backgrounds, like I always say, but more so just really having the right information and knowing who to talk to, and knowing that there's people always doing a little bit every day to make the world a better place, including like helping people with their mental and physical health needs. So, of course, that's said in not an ableist way either, but just be genuinely mindful that that's always going to be an important part of movements, especially when it comes to history too. Which is why I like games like this that are cathartic in that way, that kind of help me sit down with it. That's why I like Animal Crossing too. Yeah, I need to build the long-term collective culture to affect generational change. Exactly. And I think that's something that I grapple with a lot, because I know it's really easy when you're like thinking through your own sense of politic or your own sense of well-being of what your role is. Because I like to mention with people talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I know people who've been around me for a long time know I have a problem with that model, because it's actually taken from indigenous folks, where the top of the pyramid is actually, it has two parts to it. So when you get to the top of it, you actually, once you get to self-actualization, the goal is actually to integrate back into society, from what I understand. I need to find the article that I read about it in psychology. Because I took a lot of classes like health equity and like health disparities in terms of things, if I'm not already biased in terms of what I've been saying for the last like 30 odd so minutes, or 20 minutes maybe. Oh, I knew I was gonna run a minute enough, so I was like, I'm gonna get this broom, get these clippers. But like the thing that sucks about our systems right now is that it doesn't give people the opportunity to really figure out who they are in order to figure out what their role would be in community authentically and truly. I think that's why it's really important to have, like you're saying, like affecting generational changes, coming up with new paradigms, but making that actual possible with everybody playing their role. And I think sometimes like people get lost in the sauce. Because as I say, like, sometimes the sexiest things need to be done. But somebody's got to take care of the kids while people are out, like, you know, putting truth to power. Somebody's got to feed people. Someone's got to plant the stuff. Someone's going to have the conversation. Someone's got to, like, share books and resources. Lots of different roles you can play. And for me, I just think of it from, like, the mental health part of it. Of how do people deal with what they're going through? And go from there. Yeah, that pyramid's pretty close to basic chakra stuff. Yeah. Because, like I said on another stream, like when I was in college, I studied like different religions and stuff like that too, as well as like, I'm a social scientist by training. So I usually come at things from a very like systemic social aspect, but it's why I can look at things from an individual perspective, like my own individual things going on. But I always try to think about like, what is this telling me about what's going on in a particular context? And being mindful, of course, not to impose another context on someone else's. So that's why, for example, when Paz was mentioning, like being, like when I was checking in on Paz, like I don't want to impose the fact that I'm based in a certain part of the world on like other people who are based in other parts of the world that have nothing to do with Western bullshit. Excuse my language, but that's the only way I could put it. So. Not to say there aren't problems all over the world and that systems don't all work together to cause problematic ass things, but it's more so just being mindful that like, oh, there's the cup. I was like, there's somewhere. I'm trying to clip things. And I was like, where the hell is this cup I gotta clean? Okay, you can put it there. But it's something I need to sit with and reevaluate. I think it's because like I'm transitioning that I've been also thinking through like, what does that look like right now? And probably for the next few years for me personally, but that's very like esoteric, very C's gonna have to sit with herself probably for a year or two and figure shit out because that's how my brain works. I don't like do stuff lightly, which I do appreciate. People pick up that about me. A lot of people have been getting, are like, you're very thoughtful, you're very intentional with your words. I'm like, thank you, because I am. I am very thoughtful. I try to be anyway. I could be out of pocket sometimes, which is why I end up in, like, timeout in my Discord. Or, sorry, not my Discord, but in my FC, but, like, in general. I'm trying to be mindful of my words. For morning, I'm just doing some chores before we, get to making more tea. Just so I don't have too much of a detour. But, I mean, I'm biased. As people say, historically, pandemics always lead to a rise in fascism and eugenics. And I've kind of been sitting on that, where I can say it 1,000 times, but I get new information every time I kind of think through some stuff happening in the world. So... yeah. Anyway, not to be too heavy and esoteric, I just had to get that out, I guess. So it happens when you let me write and co-work for a while, and that's what I mean when I'm in flow, where I'm able to like articulate my thoughts a little bit more and try to spin my brain to where I'm trying to plug. But there's a lot of good stuff happening in the world too that I'm really excited and grateful for. I'm grateful for my friends and community too who are doing their part too. But I'm not a nihilistic person, so that's probably why too. I'm very much like... well, I want to look into Afro-pessimism, but I would say for the most part I'm a cautious optimist. And I'm also the type of person where even if I can't make change in my lifetime, it's still imperative to do something. But that's why I like Spider-Man, where I always say with great power comes great responsibility. And I really should say all the time, with great power comes great social responsibility. So I keep opening this field guide when I really just want the broom again. I love how Alta is just heavily amped. The way if you press the wrong button, she just starts punching things. Plus, I don't know if this game, if Alta technically has PTSD or if she just has, like, anxiety. I haven't figured that out yet. Because the game's very metaphorical. But I'd be very intrigued by how this goes. I'm still wigged out about the fact that like, we left, and those characters, like I said earlier, NPCs disappeared. But I don't know what that means in terms of if this is her actual, like, brain, if this is how, like, magical realism where she's dealing with stuff. I don't know. That doesn't explain the penguins over here, too. Like, look at that guy. He's so cute. Okay, I keep saying they're penguins, and I forgot to look up before I played Wanderstop if these are penguins or just birds, because I don't think penguins can fly. And it keeps bothering me, because I'm like, if those aren't penguins, what are these? Does that mean this isn't real because penguins don't fly? Don't ask me that. I love Animal Planet and documentaries, but I don't really remember if penguins can fly. And it's bothering me, because every time they float up in the air like that, I'm like, those can't be penguins. Penguins can't do that in real life. And I know that sounds a little too, like, on the nose for this being a game, but I'm like, I just need to know for research reasons. Because if this isn't real, then that'll confirm my point. These penguins can't fly. But certain birds can, who look like that in the wild, probably. So, okay. Let me go to the field guy, actually, so I can actually go ahead and make the tea. Because I think... yeah, we can hang some photos up with the camera. Sorry, we can hang photos up that we've taken with the camera, and then we need to make the silver moonlight tea, which is a messberry, chip, pale melon, and a mushroom. I don't think I have those damn things. Jesus. Wait, let me not lie. Hold on. Wait, let me check the bag. Nope. I had a feeling. Let me not drop that on the ground. Lol. Oh, do I? Holy, why do you have something in your mouth again? Stop. Stop. Stop it. Drop it. Drop it right now. Drop it right now. Okay, you're gonna get pets, but drop it. No. No. I forgot how to do this. Do I just wiggle him? I forgot. I'm not harming this animal. I'm just trying to get this thing out of it. Why do you have this? I forgot how to get them to wiggle the things out. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it right now. Okay. This is gonna look so bad. Can you drop this thing for me? Why do you have a snow globe in your mouth? Drop it. It's giving me like my cat who does the same thing where I'm like, why do you have stuff in your mouth? Nobody told you to do this for free. Like, I know you don't pay rent or anything, which is totally fine. I love my cat, but you don't need to be picking up stuff off the floor. And it's so funny because we buy him toys, but he just plays with castles and sits in the boxes that I have with books in it. And I'm like, why would you do that? Did nobody tell you to do that? Okay. I don't remember how I got the thing before. You gonna give me that? Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna have to wiggle you. There we go. I figured it was the last resort. Alright. Thank you, little guy. I'm gonna pet you. You did a good job. Stop picking up random stuff on the floor. It's not yours. There you go. Have fun. I think I can put this on the shelf, though, in there. I have so many things that I just need to... I'm just putting them in here now in the game. I don't know what they do, but I don't know why I had a snow globe. Like, what was that? And you're just gonna walk in here now? Can you even drink tea? You haven't done this entire game. Like, can you just do this? You know what? I'm just gonna let it happen. It's fine. You know what? It's completely normal. Okay, the music's getting very jarring. See, this game is very subtle where it does strange things, and I'm just like, okay. But anyway, we need to make a mess berry, so I need to go to the actual plant thingy-mabubber. I think I need a chip plant too, actually. Yes, I do need a chip plant. Okay. So we need how many seeds to do that? We need the blue ones. Do I have enough blue ones? Trying to see. Like I say, I'm planning to play this for about an hour, so I'll probably go until about 9 o'clock my time. For those of you who are Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I think I have enough seeds here. Oh no, I lied to myself. Bro, I set myself up for failure. Oh, Dios mío, that's not great. Where am I supposed to get another one of these? Ooh. You know, see, you didn't really think this through, did you? You have to chop this stuff down. Okay. Pick that up. I think sometimes this game does actually give you more seeds in your shop once you take down plants, if I remember correctly. Because I think the last time we had this problem where I accidentally... I was finding a bunch of stuff in this game and I didn't actually get more seeds. And then when I walked in the store, it was just on the shelf. So maybe that'll be a thing again. Because I need more seeds. Otherwise, we are just kind of screwed right now. I love how the penguin's just walking around. That's cool. I'm pointing it out because he did do... The penguins don't do that. They don't usually go in here. The fact he's just walking around the cut being like, what's good? It's hilarious to me. Okay, I'm just going to check up the stairs to see... I don't think there's anything, though, unfortunately. Also, I still think this area is funny because they have a book on, like, capitalism and shit. I love the good jokes about that in this game. Like, I see what you did, developers. Kudos to you. Guess I don't really know what we're gonna do with the mulberries because I need another seed to do. Well, I need 2 more actually. Let me see if I. You know, I thought that would work, but it doesn't, and I'm kind of sad about it. Damn it. I don't think I can progress because I've got to find some seeds. So I guess we're going to do that thing. We're going to walk around the area and see if we can find some more seeds to plant. If not, we're just going to be great about it. I guess we'll find some eventually. Oh, I did forget to. I know I mentioned on my book stream before. For those of you who were there for that. But I need to schedule that out because I did finish. I don't think I talked about how I felt about Legendborn, actually. I finished Oathbound. It was actually really well done. Without spoiling too much about it, I really like when books bring out real-world motifs along some of the things I've been talking about during today's stream. So I think Legendborn did a really good job of actually grappling some of the isms and also putting it in a high fantasy setting that's a little different. Granted, I'm still stressed because of all the stuff that happened in the book, and we're not going to get the 4th one for a while. But I think for a fiction book that's aimed at young adults, it's really well done. I think that the way the story deals with grief and power and what that means being in a world that doesn't accept you and actually like being honest and transparent about what that means is really powerful to me. And like I said, I don't want to say too much about it because I think a lot of the major plot points would be spoilery for anybody who wants to read, which I highly encourage you to do because it's got 3 books out and the 4th one will come out in a few years. But I think the way it deals with misogynoir, for example, and racism was really well done. I really like that in a young adult setting. I think the way that Bree and her friends are grappling with different things, and even with the love triangle and stuff, like some of the dynamics with that were really well done. So, because I feel like when I think about other books like Babel, which I've also read, shout out to Bella too, because I know we talked about that on their stream. Um, Babel's a dark academy, it's kind of story, which deals with like love and romance. It deals with like what it means to assimilate and stuff too in terms of societies. So I feel like while Legendborn deals with it in a more upfront type of way, where it's more so asking the reader to recognize that these real world things do happen, I feel like Babel does it where you're following a protagonist who can assimilate to the degree in which they're able to, how do I put this? Without spoiling it, of course, because I don't like to spoil books. But I like the fact that the protagonist, because in Babel, you follow a person who is, I think they're Chinese descent, but they're white passing. Versus in Legendborn, you know, Bree, the main character, is a black woman who's dealing with like the legacies of the things that go on being from the South in terms of that type of thing. So I like that Legendborn is a little bit more blunt about it versus I feel like in Babel, you're more of an observer for the character. And you're getting a flavor of what it means to navigate worlds that were not built for all of us, of course. But I like that Legendborn shows the power of fighting back, if that makes any sense. So I'll just say, like, I thought the book was really well done. I kept reading it as I was talking about a few weeks ago, and I finally finished it, and it was really good. So I'm now going to read... Then we're talking about fiction here, so I'm probably gonna. I was going to just start reading Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, but I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and read the the Emily Wilde series about fairies and academia, and then I'll go back to Divine Rivals. So, all to say, I will by the next Black History Month have more books read. Though it's funny I mentioned that. I mentioned like a few books I mentioned during my Black History Month stream, and I had to block people. I think I mentioned it on a stream before, but I had to block people because they were being like, Juneteenth doesn't exist, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But that's why I have to be careful because people get out of pocket when they talk about history didn't happen. Oh, I can do that too to actually like clean up the thing. I thought she was just out of pocket with that in general, but okay, that's good to know. As we continue to fail for looking for seeds. Oh my goodness. I need them to like spawn. Maybe they'll spawn. But anyway, I will definitely do that because one of my goals this year was to read 24 books. Been mainly reading a lot of fiction. I was reading, what is it? I was reading a book, I need to remember her name, but it was one of the books I talked about during Black History Month, about astrophysics and like blackness. So I wanted to finish that. And I think there's a few other ones too. I just don't want to say the name because I'm going to butcher it. But like I was mentioning, I think I mentioned on other posts too as well, in general. That I've been really reading books that are historical, but also wanting to branch out into artificial intelligence, not generative AI type of stuff, but now that when I finish that book on like astrophysics and blackness, I do want to actually read some books on like artificial intelligence in the sense of like digital blackface and things like that too. I think that would be really good for next year. I know I recommended Ruha Benjamin's book because I think it's really well done. But yeah, I'm saying that because there was somebody who did mention a book that they were actually in who's an artificial intelligence scientist. I want to read that book, but I got to remember what the title was, so I got to write myself a note about that. But anyway, between that and just Legendborn, I've just enjoyed it a lot because I played South of Midnight and then like y'all know, and then I read Legendborn. So and then Sinners came out, which I haven't seen Sinners yet. I got to watch the movie. Um, I know I'm behind, but I have not seen Sinners yet. I've seen most of it. Well, not most of it. I've seen like parts of it for the most part. But I want to watch Sinners because I think it was a good time to read Legendborn, play through South of Midnight, and then watch Sinners. Even though there is a South of Midnight documentary too, which I really like, because I think they get into South of Midnight, just like Legendborn, is really getting into like Southern culture based in the States and Creek Muskogee land. So I really like the fact that they hit on those topics. Even just the haunts, which is very like Louisiana, New Orleans type like vibes. And I don't know the indigenous land that those areas are on, but just like knowing that they did that background, and I think the documentary that I think Black Girl Gamer Code did, or Black Girl Gamers did, and sorry, I'm just pausing to make sure I'm saying this right, did a documentary where they talked about like South of Midnight and like Geechee culture in that area of Turtle Island or the States, which I thought was really, really cool. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I do want to give it a shot. I know it's on YouTube, so I'll definitely give it a chance when I have a minute. Right now I've been watching documentaries on Skull Pandas and Pop Mart and trends. So I feel like I'm just doing chores because I just need these seeds to pop up, which means I can't make progress. Ah! Yes, you may give me a book recommendation, Zeno. I always love book recommendations. Because my goal is to shuffle out some of the books that I shared in Black History Month. Because I need to finish some of them, as well as add a few more. Ender's Game. The thing about Ender's Game is that I feel like I can't do it. Because there's some stuff that happens in that book that I'm like, no. And I can't get past it. But I know you've talked about it, and I think I've seen a part of Ender's Game. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love sci-fi and stuff like that, too. And I know Ender's Game is decent, but the stuff that happens in that book is kind of like why I can't get into Dune. Even though I know Dune is technically a book about warning against savior complexes. Which, I'm not mad about the topic, I just can't get into Dune itself. So, that's my problem. But I appreciate that recommendation. Because I need to ask. I feel like I know somebody who likes Ender's Game. Because I know you've mentioned it, and somebody else I think I know liked Ender's Game too. Because I do like sci-fi genre books, as you know, Zeno, specifically because I've liked... well, that's why I like Psychopaths and Ghost in the Shell. Because I like these conversations about figuring out what does it mean to be human in consciousness, and what is the role of technology and nature play in our lives type of thing. So I like that Ender's Game and Dune do grapple with some of those topics of like power and like, you know, you will have to tell me what part later. Yeah, I'll tell you. Because there's a part in there that I'm like, no. Oh my god. Sorry. The NPC scared the crap out of me. My bad. I'm trying to make tea balls since I can't get any more seeds. I'm just doing like other chores to help me out when I make more tea in progress. Because until I get more, I can't do much right now. I forgot it's just half full though. But yeah, I'll tell you, Zena, what part I'm talking about. After stream. Because... Which, by the way, Ghost in the Shell, there is a new anime coming out by Saru? I think Saru's the company. I think. They're the same folks who made Don Da Don. But I think it's coming out next year along with... Yes, it's coming out next year because next year also Trigun Stargaze is coming out. Which I'm excited. That's why I think... Who did I say this to that I was going to get back in my sci-fi? I think it was Semi. I think it was Semi stream. But yeah, I'm definitely getting back into like a sci-fi cyberpunk era where I'm just like grappling with some of these like tech questions along with playing tactics. And I need to go watch Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. So I feel like there were some things in that series I might not have understood and missed when I was a kid. Even though, like I said yesterday, I was listening to Eiffel 65 that was critiquing capitalism at like 10. I was like, what? That song's a banger, though. Typically, for those who were here yesterday, it was Heaven and Living in a Bubble. But when I was watching Ghost in the Shell as a kid, I really liked that central theme that it grappled with. But I feel like I need to go back and watch it now as an adult to kind of get some of the stuff out of there. Because I feel like Ghost in the Shell, some of it takes place very soon. Yeah, I want to say it takes place, because Cowboy Bebop technically takes place right about now, I think. No, don't quote me. Because I know that Faye Valentine, which is slight spoiler, so if you want to tune out for a second, it's fine. But I know Faye Valentine is born in 1993. So I think Cowboy Bebop takes place in like the 2040s and 50s. But I don't remember when Ghost in the Shell takes place. Because I don't want to lie and say it's like 2100. But either way, I need to go watch that and figure out what that's going to be like, what the new series is going to come up soon. But I think Psychopath's supposed to get a season 3? Don't quote me, I could be wrong. I kind of fell off the last season. Pretty sure I did. Yeah. I feel so bad I can't make story progress with y'all right now because I need a dang seed. You have seeds! I can't talk to her right now. I'm so sad. She has them right there. You don't want to yell at me, Nana? No, she's just looking at me like, sis, I don't got nothing for you. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's fair. I get it. Live your best life. Yeah, I think it was a me stream because somebody recommended Resist 1000 or 1000 Resist, I think it's called. And then Metroid Prime 4 is coming out later this year. And no, I don't have a Switch 2. I will get one eventually. But I'm going to get Metroid Prime 4 on my Switch 1 and play that. So I'm probably going to play... Well, the thing is, I got to finish Metaphor and Expedition 33, which I know most people have probably played through that game or are like pretty set with that game. But I want to play through Metaphor Expedition 33, and then I want to play through Tactics, Metroid Prime 4, and then 1000 Resist. Some of these games I'm not going to stream, of course, because I like to keep some stuff for myself, but I will talk about them essentially. Oh! I have yellow seeds, but you won't give me blue ones. I'm game. Really? Really, Jan? That's so rude. Where are the blue seeds at? Why would you do that to me? Doggone. That's wild. Can I water this to get seeds? Or is that not? Is that not real? Can I not do that? That's not real. All right. Oh my! I'm so mad. I could have done that the whole time, bro. Sorry, I have to contemplate my life. This is what I mean. Like, this game will give you stuff if you look for it, and I always miss it. That's so bad. I spent like 20 minutes. You know what? We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to go. All right, we got the blue seeds. We got what we needed. Okay. I think it was for the things across to be able to plant the chip. Make the chip plant. Okay. All right. We're making progress. I'm excited. All right. And then we can plant. Oh, I dropped. Oh, well, no, don't do that. Don't do that, please. Okay. I think that's enough. All right. We made the chip plant. So what else do we need? I told y'all I was gonna mess up opening this dang book. I'm gonna do it like 40 more times until we finish this game. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I feel like I've said this as a joke, but I feel like as a scientist, I got nerves. So while I get some things, other things I'm just like, huh? That's why, like I said, I can do organic chemistry problems, but don't ask me to do like math. Those things don't work for me. I need a chip, a pale melon, mushroom, and meshberry. Okay, so do I know how to make the pale melon, for example? Have I ever made that before? I haven't made the mess berry, so that's set up for failure. Or the pale melon bush. Shit. Okay. That's not great. Oh, no. Alright, see, you're gonna have to figure this one out. Alright. The pale melon one, you need a pink one in the middle? Do I need... Okay, it's not blue all around. And it's not pink. So what fruit am I missing? Oh, wait, shit. Oh, shit. You know... Okay, so we have something in the middle for the pale melon bush. So pink with yellow. I'm thinking you're right, Zeno? I'm thinking. Yes. Yeah, I think it's pink with yellow. You're probably right on that. Which I don't mind if people slightly backseat this game, because like y'all saw in that other stream I did that one time, it was bad. Okay, so I think if we do this, maybe. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I need more water. I need to go to a watering can place. Where are you at? Even though I do this every time I play this game, where there's like, I think there's two of them. There's one over here, and then I think there's one over yonder. Alright, let's not mess this up. Hopefully I have enough time to make a little bit of progress for the end stream today. Alright, stashing this. Sweet, we got the pale melon. Oh, my pockets are full! Oh, I do this every time. Can I put this? I know my commands are off, Zeno, but the way that you have to use bags with me in this game is so diabolical. Like, why am I like this? I'm gonna see if I can put the fruit on the wall back here, maybe? Alright, cool. I love that that's a resource. I can put it on a shelf. Okay, so we're going to... It sounds like some Chuck E. Cheese music. I don't know. Brain's just there. Let me see. No, don't do that. Okay, I think we got the pale melon. Okay, before you do that, see, you should go to the recipe again. I think it's a mushroom and something else. Or not. Closing the book again. Yeah. Messberry. Okay. I have never made a messberry before, so that's the last thing we need with the mushroom, and then we should be Gucci. Also, I do want to get this OST, but y'all know me and like atmospheric lo-fi sound and music. Like, I know I've been making a lot of house and EDM and like rap and stuff, but waiting for Comes Back to get fruit and it's... No, Zeno, don't wish that upon me at all. Don't wish that upon me. Don't tell me my fruit's gonna rot. I hope it doesn't in this game, otherwise that's kind of effed. Then again, it would be realistic. Well, technically fruit doesn't rot very quickly, but, you know, if you leave it out, it'll do some things. And fruit flies are a thing, but still. Okay, so we... Alright, so we've done the chip fruit. We need to do the messberry, which is blue. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's blue in the center, but you can't do pink. So it might be also yellow. Yeah, it might be blue with yellow on the outside. I know, she's getting frustrated with me. She's like, ma'am? Okay. Wait, let me check one more time so I don't mess this up again. Yeah, I think it's blue with yellow on the outside. Okay. So blue and then yellow. Okay. Then I think they should give us what we need. This is giving some like Dr. Seuss looking plants. I'm not upset about it. It's just very funny to me. All right. Oh, my pockets are full. Joy. We're going to leave that fruit over there. Okay. I think we should be able to make the tea now because we have what we need. I just need to empty out my pockets. And I'm pretty sure I have a mushroom already in my pocket too. As you see me like dig them up so far. Alright. Thank you. Wait, did I take the mushroom out? I think I did. I'm crying. Okay. So I think if I did this right, we have our tea balls, we have the fruits we need. I'm just pulling stuff out of my pocket, which sounds about to make an Natasha Bedingfield joke because I played a song by her brother, but let me not do that. All right. Let me grab this. My pockets are still full. See what the Empty your pockets, sis. Stop it. Take all this stuff out. Okay, we don't need to. What is the catastrophe that is happening right now? The catastrophe that is happening. No. There we go. All right. Let's put one of the chip fruits away. Stop being like this. And that should help us out a little bit. So we need a chip. We need a mushroom. And we need that fruit on the bottom shelf. See, stop it. Your hands are getting trigger heavy again. Why are my pockets still full? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's put this back. What am I doing? Okay, I need to get one of these fruits. I'm gonna put this on the shelf. Again, Zeno, I don't even know, like you said, if fruit actually rots. So if it does on these shelves, I'm gonna be mad. Because I can just put the fruit on the shelf because I pick up everything. I'm just hoping it doesn't. Please, please, game. Please don't nerf me like that. Okay, I need this. Stash this. These are the seeds. All right, we have a tea ball, we have a mess berry, we have a chip. I think we just needed a mushroom. Which, do I have one of those in my pocket? No, I do not. We're gonna take the Aussie fruit route and put that on the shelf too. No. Now that my hands have gotten trigger happy, I messed myself up. I like literally set myself up for failure. Because now I won't stop pulling out the dang. Oh, I won't stop pulling out the other thing I don't need. Okay, there we go. All right. Those are tools. Oh wait, there's all the mushrooms. So I think we should be good for the recipe now. All right, go back up. Go back. I believe in me. Meshberry, chip, pal melon, and mushroom. I think I have everything in my pocket now for that. But let me just double check one more time. Yep, we're good. Perfect. All right. We'll put this back, and we're gonna start brewing some tea. We did it, Jim. We did it. Alright, the user routine. Need some water, some good old H2O. Okay, I'm now in my PC. Nice. I'm here for it. Whoops. We gotta warm the water up first. All right. Do you believe we can kick this over? All right. Let me get this recipe down. I know we definitely need a pal melon. We do need a T-ball. We need a chip fruit. Oh, never seen it do that before. A mushroom and a mess berry. It didn't say specifically with mushrooms, so I'm just gonna drop this in there. You know, looking at that, I don't know if I'd want to drink that. Like, it looks colorful in theory, but some things are deceptive. So, you know, we'll see what happens, but it's fine. All right. And I think we're good. I don't think it needed to be a specific type of mushroom, but I could be wrong and we just set ourselves up for failure, which is totally fine. It happens. We'll live another day. Maybe. Actually, well, y'all can judge me for at least like 2 streams. Okay. I always spill the tea. Always. Just in this game. I don't mean like the other type of tea that I know people are going to think about, but I spill the tea. Okay. Where is homie who wanted this? I don't think you can technically spill anything from a cup in this game, but I'm just gonna walk extra slow just in case. There you blow. There you go. Here it is, Silver Moonlight Tea. Very good, let's have a taste. Why did the camera pan that way? Well, I completely messed up that angle, whatever we're supposed to be. It's getting really close now. My goodness. My goodness. What an invigorating rush to the senses. Ha, well done. Warrior Alta, a cup of Silver Moonlight Tea that will make the, I think that's Vidian monks proud. Also, just know, like, I don't have a pronunciation basis in English because I just wasn't taught out words. So while I can speak other languages, and I speak predominantly in English in most spaces, most people don't speak other languages around me, which makes me sad. If I pronounce out things wrong, you can judge me a little bit. I'm working on it always. Otherwise, I'm gonna guess. Phew, it is truly a sensation like no other on this planet, a tea that is not for the faint of heart. Yet already I can feel it calming me from within, aligning my truest sense of self. Ah, what a remarkable sensation. I feel alive, truly. Hence, I was not expecting how much bigger the drink today. Here's to pleasant surprises. Thank you. Okay, cool. Their only other task is to put photos up on the wall. And also make sure I get this teacup from you, person. Where we're gonna put it. This world looks cool. Yeah, Paz. Like I do think this is in the line of Palia looking games, which is very, I don't want to say it's like a puppetry style, but it's almost like a cartoony, how would I describe this? I don't want to call it Palia-light because I feel like that's not a good descriptor for it. I feel like it's like a notch to the left of very cutesy art graphics. Oh, you're just going to walk around with the cup? Okay, I don't want to take it from you then, my bad. I thought you were going to... Most people put their cups on the table and then leave. I like that tree with the white leaves. Yeah. I think the way the developers designed this game, it looks like a very cartoony painting. It's not in the same style as like stop motion animation, like South of Midnight is, but it very much has a paintery like style that I appreciate. And I feel like I don't want to say Palia like because I feel like that's not a good descriptor. It just comes to mind because I feel like a lot of games do make me think of Palia, and I feel like people say that a lot. But I think the games deserve more than me just saying it's Palia-like, even though Palia is a decent game. So, all right, the question is, how do I put a photo over there? Put it over here. Hello, miss. Is there something I can be assisting you with? You said you wanted me to put up some photos? Yes. If you use the photo camera, you can make some lovely memories. Why not take some photos and hang them around the shop? I feel like that would be nice. If you put up a few more photos, please do come see me. I think I forgot how to do that. Me so focused on making tea, I forgot how to take photos in this darn game. He told me. It's not like I completely don't know, but I gotta find the camera. Oh, joy. All right. No, y'all don't have it in here either. Oh no. Well, we're gonna look in the book of answers. Table next to the radio? Oh, okay. Did he tell me that the last time I played this? I don't remember there being a tutorial like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have looked. So I was like, oh! Okay, it's right here. I literally kept passing by it. Alright, I need to take photos. You know, Pat, since you mentioned it, I'm going to take a photo by that tree. Because you're right, it is pretty. He actually is the first person who kept his cup because, like, the other NPCs, when they drink your tea in this game, they just put it back on the table. So, that's why I was falling behind them. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I do like the gazebo area. I don't know if you can actually do too much in terms of photography here, but I'm gonna take some just photos. Folks can judge me. Oh my! I am getting jump scared so much in this damn stream. It's not even a horror stream. Where did you come from? Alright. Hello, Ren. Warrior Alta. A thought has just now occurred to me. I've had a bit of time to rest and to recover. I'm feeling wonderfully restored. Please, won't you spar with me a bit? You would do me an incredible honor. You just want to tell me to square up on you? In fact, there's a new form of approach that I've been developing, which I wish to show you. To think I would get to share my techniques with the great warrior Alta, I could not have dreamed. What do you say? Right here in the clearing would be just fine? Dang. Okay. So like I said, in the premise of this, she's kind of on hiatus. She's trying to rest and recover. She's got like PTSD or like some type of mental health thing. Because I don't want to psychoanalyze somebody in terms of their diagnosis, as always. So I wonder. I feel like if I make her spar, it's gonna be bad for her mentally. So I feel like I'm not able to. Can't fight. How do you mean? Oh god, how do I explain this? I came to these woods looking for training. Training with Master Winters. Wait, are you telling me this is the very forest where the great Master Winters retired? Yep, it is. Incredible. It seems fate truly has steered me along a blessed path. Oh, but please do continue your story. We shall speak of your training later. So anyway, for some reason while I was looking for her, my body started to fail me. It's my sword. I can't carry my sword at all. That's why it's over there on the tree stump. I've tried, but I don't know. I feel totally fine otherwise. I just can't lift the sword. It's, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I'm really sorry, but I don't think I can spar with you right now. Warrior Alta, please. I admire your modesty, but with all due respect, surely you are mistaken. I absorbed you tending to the shop, and you are the very picture of health. No, I am very certain that it is somehow a mistake. How about if we begin to spar lightly? Perhaps you simply need to feel the rush of combat again. Once we're able to fight as equals, I am certain your strength will return to you. No, I'm supposed to be resting. Resting? But you don't understand. The two of us were fated to meet here. Are you to tell me that it's not destiny that would happen upon the world's greatest fighter here at the exact moment when I myself am seeking to better myself and my combat abilities? There's no doubt in my mind I was brought here to learn from you. Please, I beg of you, can you summon any strength that we might test each other in sparring? No, I can't. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate how weak I feel right now. I can't. Warrior Alta, you are too modest. You say that you are weak, yet I can see an undeniable passion in your eyes. The fire in your heart, it is an indomitable no matter these current circumstances. This is given indomitable spirit like pep talk, and I'm crying. No, they are simply a misunderstanding. Your heart is testing you, you must be brave. My heart has nothing to do with it, Ren. I literally can't lift my sword out of the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, I understand. A tremendous setback has crossed your path, but our setbacks define us. We are our truest selves when we are being tested. This is a test of your determination of your will. You must not give up no matter the cost. Please do not give up on the warrior spirit. But is it possible I'll seriously hurt myself if I keep going? Ha! Am I speaking to the greatest warrior alive or to a mere novice? Combat is your passion in your life. You've internalized every possible method of keeping yourself safe. No, I'm certain that a warrior of your aculum, I think that's how you say that word, would never allow herself to be injured like that. Is unthinkable. But then I need to figure out what's wrong with me first. I'm in no condition for combat right now. I want to pause and say, the developers of this game really cooked? Because, okay, again, I probably spoiled it for me because I myself, neuroscience psychology person, but the metaphor of her sword seems to be her ambition and she's burning out. But I love this moment because it's given when people sometimes pressure you to do shit when you're not ready and they like impact your mental health. And I actually really like that they put this in here because I'm playing as Alta, but I'm trying to respond in a way where someone's like, well, she's clearly burnt out, so I don't want to like push her over the edge as a character. Because that would be bad, because I don't want to burn her out so badly where she's just like, not able to function at all. Because when your mental health is bad, it can impact your physical and vice versa in terms of like how that works. But the fact that Ren keeps pushing her, even though I know he's probably coming at it from a good place, at least I'm assuming anyway, it's such good timing of this that this is happening. That's why I wanted to play this game, because I love the way they're using the metaphors and different characters in the game to say something. Warrior Alta, you and I are brethren to one another. We are in this together. I promise I will fight by your side until we have cured whatever ails you. Allow me to meditate on this. I will come back to you when you have a proposal. Excuse me, penguin back there in the cut coming back with what the devil is that? Hello? Excuse me. Do you have a map in your mouth? Come back here. What is up with y'all doing this? First the other dude. No, put it out. Drop it. It's twice. All right, little guy. You're cute. Tell your friends to stop picking up stuff. What is this? It's a photo. Why you got somebody photo like this? What is going on? That is hilarious. Watch him do it again. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could sit down. I was weird. My bad. Okay. I don't know how many photos you're supposed to put up, but I'll talk to them and see. Oh, I think I have to put up a lot more. Sorry, I'm not reading the dialogue because we just went through that, so I just need to put up some more photos. I feel like when I go by the map, it doesn't let me do it. Oh! We're not trying to smash the pot. Put it back. I'll have to put it back. The UI is failing me. I'm gonna put this over on the shelf. I didn't mean to pick this up. My bad. Put that right there. Don't worry about it. I was trying to get on the... What the Welcome to Wanderstop. It's a tea shop. Tea? Oh, goodness. You see in my hometown, we're forbidden. Okay, I like that little detail where if the penguin walked by you, she look around like, what's good type vibes. I'm screeching. That's how I, again, feel with my cat, who just, like, roams sometimes. And then he'll just, like, zoom away. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much, Talk, for doing that. That man has a government name, but we call him TikTok in my household. And I'm just like, why? Why do we do this? But it's fine. So, yeah. But it sounds like we are in your hometown. Right, of course. That's true. But... well, it's just that they said it's forbidden and no tea ever and that sort of thing. So yeah, I wouldn't be allowed, you know, I couldn't. I feel like Walt by is such a short answer. I love this little penguin. What do you mean you came back in the screen? What was that? Penguin is being diabolical. It's cute as shit though. I feel like the top response I like a little bit better, but I'm gonna do well. Bye. That sounds so rude. I guess I mean it's not that I don't want tea, but the rules are that I'm not supposed to have it. You know. Yes, I got it. No tea. Please, can I have a cup of tea? I'm dying to know what it tastes like. I've never had it. I hear about it all the time. Please. Yes, obviously. All you had to do was ask. What kind of tea do you want? What kind of tea? Do I get to pick? Yeah, like, what do you want me to put in the tea? I guess maybe gosh, how about books? Sir, you can't drink books. You can have tea with books, but you can't drink books. What are you doing? Like, again, books? Is that not something you put in the tea? Did I do it wrong? It's just that most people ask for tea with fruit or leaves in it. Oh, no, I was way off. Oh, gosh, books? What was I thinking? No, let's try it. No, actually, let's not, because you don't need to eat pages out of a book. That's probably murderous when you drink things that have ink on them. I'll get you a normal flavor tea. Right, of course. Yes, that makes sense. I'll just have a normal tea then. Whatever's the most normal flavor you have, please. I like its little noises when it hops away. That's adorable. All right, task? No. I'm assuming that means any type of tea? I don't know, though. See, when I come over here, it won't let me do it. It's like, this is diabolical. Alright, where the camera at? 'Cause if I dropped it, girl, we in trouble. Like, I feel like when I, again, go to these places, it's not troggling unless I'm doing something wrong. Let me go take some more photos. I think we have about 3 or 4 empty spaces. I'm actually going to take a picture of the sword up here. It's given Sword in the Stone, which Sword in the Stone, which I love Paladin, so this makes me happy. Okay. I don't know how this works, though. Like, I know I read the Book of Secrets, or excuse me, the Book of Answers. So I'm assuming you just take a photo and you can do it. These penguins. I'm sorry, it's just, they're so funny and cute and distracting, but they deadass be flying. That sends me every time. Because what do you mean you're doing that for free? Like, who told you to be like that? No. My bad. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna probably make that person tea. Oh, wait, no. I'm gonna talk to Ren, and I think we're getting close to stream time anyway. I think we might just call it after you get this next task. Hello, Warrior Alta. I have meditated on your predicament and I have a perfect solution. Oh? Surely you know by now that these woods are not ordinary. They have a deep power within them. The forest changes people, pushes them, and shows them what they are meant to see. I came here for my own betterment to be shown the next level of my training, yet I can see now that what I truly need is to help someone else, to help you on your journey, excuse me. Tell me, have you ever heard of the sacred spring located within this forest? No. The sacred spring is a glade where holy water runs in abundance. It can only be found through diligent mapping of all parts of the forest. It's notoriously easy to miss. But I believe that if we find it, your wounds can be healed and you will return to yourself. I'll personally go with you to ensure we find it no matter what. What do you say? Is this plan acceptable? Sure, let's do it. Excellent. I'm glad you agree. How will we look for the sacred spring? Here, come with me to the workbench around the back. I will draw a map to show you my plan. Alright, we're gonna probably follow Ren out to the map to see what this next thing will be about, and then we'll probably wrap up stream at that point. So, I apologize, I was running around for like maybe some of this stream, just confused with trying to figure out where I can get seeds from. Let me put this tea up. And then I think Echo's streaming, so we're probably gonna end up raiding into him. But I'm gonna double check. No, several mutuals are streaming right now. Alright, let me illustrate my plan for you. We will be thorough and diligent. The first thing that needs to be done is to chart all navigatable parts of the forest. I first propose a 5-day period of survey to map the forest as best we are capable. From there, we will select hot spots with the greatest likelihood of springs nearby. For example, regions where moisture appears to be greater, where running water is more prevalent. For each such location, we'll spend 3 days navigating the area, traveling in greater and greater circles. Should this method not produce results, we will measure the elevation level at each spot we've investigated. Using these measurements, we'll track the downhill movement of any bodies of water we found. This should lead us to... Oh. Warrior Alta, what is the matter? My head. Oh my god, my head hurts. Stop talking. Stop talking. What happened? What did I say? Ren, this... I can't do this. It hurts. This is hurting me. This plan, everything you want to do, it's hurting. Why does it hurt you? Please tell me what the issue is. Bro says he thinks I'm exhausted. That man who looks like he'd lose a fight with a stapler? Not the stapler. Don't come for that, man. Not the damn stapler. I'm screeching. You know, actually, I think in middle school there was somebody. Did I throw a stapler? Somebody threw a stapler. Somebody. I don't know. But that just jogged a memory for me. Don't throw staplers, y'all. You're not really taking his opinion seriously. How can he know what's best for you? You are the only one who knows what's best for you. I can't go with you. I am afraid I do not understand. You cannot go find the sacred spring because my plan makes your head hurt? I'm tempted to believe you are now making a joke at my expense. No, it's not that. Ren, I'm sorry. Something is telling me not to do this. I feel like I need to stay here. I don't understand why. I just have a really strong feeling. If I even think about doing your plan, it hurts until I can't breathe. I just need to stay here for right now. Just for a bit. Maybe later I can go with you? Warrior Alta, it is as though I do not know you at all. You, the strongest, fiercest, most fearless human I've witnessed in my lifetime. You could be intimidated by a nun who trained herself into near immortality. When confronted with adversity, you have reduced yourself to an invalid sitting here doing nothing. Say I'm disappointed is an incredible understatement. You think I want this? You think I want to be here right now? I do not need to think it because you have told me so yourself. I want to go out and fight, but something is stopping me. As I said, you've resigned yourself to complacency. Wow! You know, I really think this must be something with Alta's headspace. I mean, this is the folks who made the Stanley Particle, I think it's called. Which I've heard is a very, like, heady game, too. Dang, that's... I'm gonna say Ren, please. Even though I feel like the bottom one is better about boundaries. Please, I need you to understand I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying. Warrior Alta, I do not believe that you are. And I'm so sorry that if it sounds kind of compassionate, but I feel it is my responsibility to tell you. I have a responsibility as a warrior to speak to what is true and honest. I can only tell you that this is the person in front of me. It's not the Alta I grew to admire. That person, she was unwavering in her conviction. I hope to meet her one day. I will be leaving now. Take care. Dad? Huh. Damn. That had a lot of good metaphors for mental health. Wow. And he's just leaving. He ain't about to take the map. What happens when people leave? Hold on, let me see something. Huh. And we can't go over there. Oh, you can go back in the forest. I don't think that's a good idea, though. I think we're gonna stop it there. I know that's a mega cliffhanger, but I think it's a good place to like recap it then straight out. This game is really clever. I like games that are like this. But okay, let me save and quit. Alright, let me go to the chatting screen then we can debrief a little bit. In terms of shenanigans. Let me go to the chatting screen. I'll just play some ambient music a little bit and then we'll raid out to folks who are alive. What is a good song to play? I think Falling, yeah. I think I played this yesterday too. If it'll... Oops. I'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I think that this game definitely has it to where, well, to be transparent without speaking for specific people, because I don't want to put someone's business out here, but I do think having loved ones and friends and family who grapple with like mental health in that way, that was really well done. How they, oh, that was my mic, my bad. Need to decrease the music sound so I don't. Hi, Janae, welcome in. It's lovely to see you. Thanks for stopping by as I like get ready to wrap up, but. I like that they did that in a way that was very metaphorical, where I've had loved ones who are going through like depressive episodes, or like they have ADHD, ADD, depression, anxiety, PTSD and stuff. Like I just have a lot of people in my community and my loved ones who grapple with some type of like neurodivergence. So I really appreciated that they did that moment, because it was very telling how Ren was pushing Alta to just be okay on his terms and not when Alta's okay. And I think the metaphor of her sword and shield is her mental health, like her ambition, where like, as you know, as I encourage people, like you can't force somebody who's going through stuff to just move. And like depression's not something that just goes away. It's something that people who live with it for the rest of their lives, and they manage it and they navigate it with their loved ones and community in a way where, you know, that's why I'm team, we don't do ableism around here. But that was really well done the way they did that. So I'm really thinking now that this space is Alta's like we're actually in Alta's head or something, or like another space where she's grappling with burnout and her mental health in this space. And I'm really excited to finish this game. Yeah, it was really well done. Kudos to the developer. They did a good job. That was a really good way to put like how people can be very problematic in that way, pushing folks' mental health. And I know some folks might be ignorant to that type of thing, which is totally, you know, a learning thing to unlearn, of course. But if you have a loved one who has depression and anxiety, like, you know, reading up on what they're going through and actually like listening to them when they say like, hey, I can't do something is really, really important. So they did a good job. I'm looking forward to playing the game more. But anyway, I just wanted to debrief for that for like Um, something. Yes, I wanted to play for about an hour or so before we like rate it out. So, but yeah, I will finish Wanderstop again. I've been slow and steady about it because I had to cancel streams and everything. But we will finish Wanderstop. I'm really, really grateful for this game. It's really, really well done, and the mental health metaphors and stuff is it's just really good. Like, I love games that deal with these topics in a way that's actually healthy and not problematic. Not to say you can't, like, explain something with a different type of theme in it, but I just like the way that was done. It was really, really good for me, so. But alrighty, thank you all for joining me. Again, shout out to Enrico for the raid. I know I got like jump scared. So for those of you who raided in, I appreciate you. I don't have my shout outs, but like I said earlier in the stream, if you're looking for another streamer along with everybody in the chat who's a streamer, like Enrico, but if you're looking for other folks who have just really great communities and are cool people, go check it out. I think Semi's also still doing their dono guide. I do want to mention that in terms of like mutual aid and stuff again. So please go check out like mutuals and friends if they're doing stuff. I think Semi's actually streaming right now. Yes. But yeah, no, thank you all for joining me. I really, really appreciate you. Whether you're watching morning, afternoon, evening, whether you're lurking, whether you're watching the VOD. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. I'll be back tomorrow. We're probably gonna stream tomorrow is Saturday. I will be playing, I'll do some co-working where we'll play some more music. And then we're going to play Is This Seat Taken, which is a demo from Wholesome Direct. So shout out to the folks at Wholesome Direct for letting me be a co-streamer for that. But other than that, I think we're going to raid out to Echo, who's actually playing Wolf Among Us, which is a really cool game, by the way. Where it's based off the Fable webcomics. It's the prequel to it. But it's a really cool game where you play detective with fairy tales. So if you're into that, highly recommend it. I really do love it. So, Janae, I'm about to hit you up with more Love and Deep Stay shenanigans because, girl, I saw more things. Yay, you get me, friendship. But anyway, for everybody who's new around here, thank you for all the follows. Thanks for folks who hung around for a little bit. Again, like I said, check out all my mutuals and friends in the streamer space. It's been a blast, as always. I've been branching out and sitting in people's streams, and I have a couple of streams I'll be lurking in tonight, as well as I get with my demos, the deadlines, not demos. I technically do have demos, so I gotta work on my photography stuff. I just got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But thank you all the follows. Thank you for the raid again. And we're gonna get the raid message in chat. I know not everybody is on Twitch, so I'm always going to post on both sides. But we're going to rate out to Echo Sigma. Echo is super cool. Again, they're playing The Wolf Among Us. This is a really dope game if you're interested in that. But, of course, if you just want to, scamper away, I've been streaming for 4 hours. I usually go for about 3 to 5. So we made it. Yes, pass that game. But if not, I will see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you on Sunday. I won't be streaming my perspective, but I'll be over on Toku Tabletop doing my Valor Rangers thing. We're about to fight a big boss and be petrified and scared. But what happens when a bunch of BIPOC people decide to fight monsters in a Power Rangers D&D? You never know. But if you want to check that out, I'll be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over Toku Tabletop. Thank you, Zeno, for dropping it in the chat. And I will also drop Toku Tabletop. It's over on my page too, but again, of course there's videos too, and please check out also the other folks too as well, who also play specifically Common Rider D&D campaign in the morning. And also check out Dai. I know Dai won't say it, and I just want to say it here. Dai does a lot of D&D campaigns. He also does his own, I do believe on Stargazer 018. I think the username is in the chat. I gotta get my commands up. But if you follow them, I think they're the DM for Dai's campaign. He does a Monster Hunter campaign and runs all the campaigns with us too. So shout out to Dai. I just wanted to give some love because he's a super cool friend and who plays D&D and tabletop games as well. But other than that, I'm gonna get the raid message going, and we're gonna blast off with some dope EDM tracks. 'Cause I think Lifetime is gonna play all the way through. So Give me 1 second. Again, for folks over on YouTube, you can ride over onto Twitch if you would like. No pressure, though. You brought snacks? I'm actually raiding out, so you'll have the snacks ready if you follow me, you know, over to Echo's stream. But like I said, thank you all for the love and support. Like I said, stay safe, stay well. Please wear a mask. Diseases are out here. It's dangerous, as always. Don't lick doorknobs, and, you know, look out for people, and we'll have fun. Thank you for pinning it in the chat. Since I'm so Discord and Twitch illiterate, can you tell I was on YouTube first? Yes, but please mask, please stay safe, look out for people. And I know there's a lot of stuff that happened today in particular, but just know, like, as I have said, even though it can be heavy, just know there's always people who are looking out for each other and caring. So don't ever forget that, and don't fall into nihilism. If anything, with great power comes great social responsibilities. I have to be a cornball and say that again before I leave stream. And don't lick doorknobs. You would think I would be kidding, but I've worked medical staff at cons. People do wild stuff, especially when they have alcohol or drugs. Even though, again, I'm not against you using recreational drugs for fun and the safety of your friends and family, but just don't do certain things, like drop chairs off of building floors. I'll tell that story next time on stream. For those of you who know, you know. But anyway, we're going to raid out. It's storming here. Oh, got you. I hope it stops storming. I know it's been like a mess in terms of weather because it's been like hot, but also shenanigan filled. So I hope it stops raining for you. All right. I think we're going to be good. I think I did this right. Yes, I did it right. I'm getting better, y'all. I'm very not great at Twitch. Sorry. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here again. Take care. I will be around tomorrow for more co-working, and again, we're gonna play this seat is a seat taking. It's very cute, so we love cute. Anyway, take care. Bye bye for now. Huzzah!